Can somebody tell me what is really happening in this country? Just want to share an incident with you. Some years ago, I went to a community that I lived one district away from. So it was a neighboring community. I haven't been there not many years. So one Sunday I drove down to do some things and I stopped by at a supermarket. Now, when I went into the supermarket, I noticed some visible difference. But hey, it has been a couple of years, so I expect that, there will be changes. Went into the supermarket, picked up a few things, and then I said to the cashier, "Do you have stockings?" And she said to me, "It's up there," right? So when I looked up there, which is the front part of the store, I realized that there were some Chinese people. No, just to say that I have nothing against any race. I'm not racist, but I'm a big person on respect. And whether you're black, white, blue, once there's an opportunity to share and to share the lessons and to, just command some respect, I'm going to do that. So I have nothing against anyone, just to say that. So when I went up there, I spoke with this gentleman and I said to him, "Do you have stockings?" And he said, "Yes." So he picked up a pack and I said, "No, not that one, the other one." And I told him. He picked up the stocking and I asked him what was the cost of the stocking. And he said $280, $280. I said, "No, thank you. And I don't want it." And I just walked out. Really said, I said no, and I just walked out. When I was walking out, the Chinaman started to curse. I want to say it in a Jamaican, please. The man started to curse. And he was just cursing. And at one point, I said to myself, let me stop and just, this man. And then I said, no. First point is never stoop to their level. And I remember who I was, who I am. And I said, not going to stoop. Not going to stoop to his level. But the second thing, as I went into my car and was driving and I thought about it, I was thinking that, if I turn back and say we got into an argument, who would be thrown out? Different from the fact that it was his store. The person, the Jamaicans who were working there in the store, the cashiers and the men who lift the floor, they would be the first at the front line to throw me out of the store. Regardless of the fact that I just simply asked the man how much for the stocking, and for whatever reason, perhaps I couldn't afford it, and the real reason is that I could get it cheaper somewhere else. And so he started cursing. And that would be enough reason, that would be enough wrong that I would have done for the Chinaman to curse me, if you get what I mean. And as I drove, I thought about it, and I'm saying to myself, what is this country coming to? What are our leaders doing? And I'm not saying JLP or PNP, I'm saying leaders, whether it's PNP, JLP, Jamaicans for Justice, wherever, whatever leadership we have in this country. What are we really doing for our citizens? Reason with me. Do you think that I could go to China or wherever this man came from? I could set up a store. He came in and just simply ask the cost of a product and change his mind, don't want it, right? And I could curse him and get away like that. No, it couldn't happen. And I'm calling on our leaders and I'm calling on Jamaicans, because the truth is that the reason why they do it is because we allow them to do it. If there was a place where I could have reported this ban, or where other persons who are hurt by them could report, and there was a sanction on their license, their trading license, or whatever they have to operate in Jamaica, it would have changed. And I'm saying, what is this country coming to? That I, a citizen, a person, not only am I a citizen, but a person who would have grown up in that community, grown up nearby. Even when I was going to high school, I used to go to the supermarket. And now an adult, and I go back to the community, and just because I asked the cost for a stocking and did not purchase it, a man who is not a citizen of this country, was not born here, can come operate in this country and disrespect its citizens. You can't do it nowhere else. And I'm saying to us, Jamaicans, we need to stand against these things. And I'm calling, yes, I'm nobody to you, but I'm calling on the leaders of this country to create a system and a way where your citizens can report these things, and action, strong action can be taken to send a strong message to persons who want to do business in here, to remember that even though we appreciate the fact that you're doing business, it is very important that you respect our citizens.